Modding is one of those things where if you've never done it before, it can seem intimidating. I promise, it's not. Mods are free ways to expand Stardew Valley, though please do donate to the creators where you can. But just because something's free doesn't necessarily mean it's good, so I've been playing all of these mods for over a year in real time, not in Stardew Valley time. So I can assure you that every mod I recommend in this video is worth the effort. Allow me to pave the way to you hibernating with Stardew with your phone on Do Not Disturb as you explore all of these new aspects of Stardew Valley. I'm going to walk you through how to mod Stardew Valley on your Steam Deck and desktop, and then go into the best Stardew Valley mods that have my stamp of approval. First, you need to download SMAPI, the architecture which allows one to mod Stardew Valley. Follow the instructions for your operating system on the Stardew Valley wiki, and rest assured, this is the most complicated bit. Once you're done with SMAPI, the whole process is much easier. On your desktop, find your Downloads folder, and then also create a Mods folder in your Stardew files. The path will look something like this. Now, onto the fun bit. On Nexus, you'll find thousands of Stardew Valley mods to be downloaded for free, and even if you have a potato internet, Stardew Valley's mods are so small in size that you won't need the Pro Nexus subscription plan. Worry not about downloading malware either, as Nexus scans mods uploaded to the site and will display safe to use once they've given the mod the all clear for viruses. Once downloaded, extract the contents of the zip file directly into the mods folder you created. I recommend booting up Stardew every 5 mods or so to just check it's working okay and identify any issues before you have dozens of mods to wade through. Sometimes an alert will pop up that indicates you have to download specific mods to make the one you're currently downloading work. Don't ignore these, as without them, your mods won't work and you could break your game. The most common mods include Farm Type Manager, Content Patcher, Plutonomous Toolkit, Custom Companions, HW Tile Sheets, and Item Extensions, but there are tons more. Regularly check your downloads list on Nexus and sort by last updated, and compare that against your last downloaded mods to see if you need to update anything. Here we go, these are the mods for Stardew Valley that I absolutely recommend. You can find your favourites yourself by sorting Nexus mods by popular of either all time or this year, which will give you the most mainstream, well-loved mods. Of course, there are still hidden gems, but I don't blame you if you've had your fill of mining after delving into the Skull Caverns. Stardew Valley Expanded is the grandmother of all Stardew Valley mods. If there's one mod you download, make it this one. There's challenging combat quests, enigmatic NPCs, multiple new locations inside and outside of Stardew Valley, a combat-focused questline, new weapons and armor, new farms run by fresh new faces, with storylines and heart events. Stardew Valley Expanded is mammoth in both size and quality. Parts of it are still in development, like Castle Village, which is going to release in a standalone mod. But in case I haven't sold you on it yet, just know that the pedigree is so high that this mod got its creator a job working for the man himself, Concerned Ape. Connected to Pelican Town is Ridgeside Village, which you can now visit at last because the cable car has finally been repaired. Wink wink nudge nudge. Its mayor, Lenny, is Lewis's sister, meaning the villagers from Ridgeside have a tight bond with Pelican Town, and you can often find them wandering its streets. Ridgeside Village is full of NPCs with secrets and stories to tell, alongside a main questline involving a mystical world that will unfold once you have 8 hearts with Lenny. Ridgeside Village comes close on the heels of SVE as being my favourite mod for Stardew Valley, and that's only slightly because it has a sapphic love story folded into its main quest. Like Ridgeside Village, East Scarp is a location-centric mod, adding a new town east of Pelican Town with new NPCs and its own storyline. There are caves to explore in the deep dark, but be aware that here you will find some unfinished content. So, if you're looking for a complete experience, East Scarp won't be it. It's still plenty fun aside from that though. There are memorable NPCs like Aideen, who resembles Princess Peach and has a delightfully old-fashioned way of talking, as well as animal NPCs, ducks and cats, etc., and weird goats, which are linked to an equally mysterious goat herd. Tired of seeing the same dialogue from NPCs? Get this downloaded. Pelican Town NPCs dialogue has been fleshed out, and you'll see the most benefit from this mod if you've been playing Stardew Valley a while and have noticed that some villagers sound like a broken record. Miihau's event expansion adds more heart events for some of the most popular datables in Pelican Town: Haley, Abigail, Shane, Penny, Leah, and Sam. In comparison to the vanilla heart events, this really fleshes out your relationship with your beloved, expanding upon their fears and desires with an impressive variation in the kinds of activities they get up to with your help. Few new character elements are brought into these exchanges, so it also feels respectful to the Stardew Valley canon. Ever found it weird that the datables you don't pursue kind of just stay in their single era? With this mod, villagers will enter relationships with each other. You can edit which relationships develop in the mod menu so you don't end up with a pairing you don't like, as there are multiple combinations of datables to choose from. Stardew Valley is a relatively peaceful game in a physical sense. We don't talk about the Skull Caverns, and Sword and Sorcery changes that. Adding both swords and sorcery, it introduces you to the Coastal Adventurers Guild. Choose between training as an artificer, druid, bard, sorcerer, or paladin, and each have different ways to attack and complemented parallel skills like smithing, foraging, or cooking. There's a brand new dungeon at the crescendo of the main storyline to put all your skills to the test too. Sword and Sorcery has a lot of content, so to orient yourself, it comes with an in-game player's handbook, giving tips on how to start quests and where to find its NPCs. If you don't want a high fantasy flair to be added to East Scarp, then this is not the mod for you, as it's more Dungeons & Dragons flavoured than typical Stardew Valley fare. And finally, you're definitely going to want to download Sunberry Village if you want some custom NPCs in your game. There are tons of NPCs who exclusively live in Sunberry Village, so if you want to mix and match the kinds of characters you're going to be bringing into your game, rather than having them under the umbrella of a new location entirely, get Sunberry Village downloaded ASAP. These are visual overhauls which add alternate skins for everything in Stardew Valley, from furniture to trees, so I'm going to breeze through these as you can see for yourself the kinds of changes they make. Medieval Buildings turns back time and renders the shops, museum, and houses of Pelican Town into a medieval style, and I fear I simply cannot go back to how Stardew Valley looked before. Bog's witchy overhauls adds witchier skins for your farm buildings and revamps mushroom trees to make them look more toadstool-y. You'll need fashion sense to use any outfit mods you've got for your farmer, and in the same vein, Happy Home Designer to utilise the furniture skins modded in with packs like Maximalism that completely transform the base furniture. One of the very few things I dislike about Stardew Valley is that I miss heart events fairly easily, as I don't go everywhere all the time. For one season I'm fixated on fishing, in another season I grow crops, etc, so I miss heart events quite easily. Event Lookup keeps track of your friendship with NPCs and the subsequent events you have unlocked for them, and tells you where to go with minimal spoilers. It saved me from missing events on countless occasions, and I swear by it. Gift Taste Helper does what it says on the tin. It's a UI tweak that brings up the items specific NPCs love to be gifted. You can switch universal loves on and off so you can focus on specific items for each NPC too, and not just hoard prismatic shards, however tempting that may be. Minecarts will appear all around the map with this mod, letting you fast travel from one minecart to the other, a complete lifesaver for impatient farmers like me. It incorporates modded locations too, so you can travel from your farm to East Scarp without ever setting foot in Pelican Town. Annoyed by hearts decaying over time when you can't keep up with talking to people every day? This stops that from happening, meaning you can be the most popular entity in the valley, as once you've got a heart increase, it won't go down over time. Real life doesn't work like that though. NPC Map Locations shows where NPCs are on the Stardew Valley map, no more getting caught off guard by Marnie being at her damn aerobics class ever again. And there you go, those are the best mods for Stardew Valley in 2026. Do you have any that you think people would benefit from checking out? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please do feel free to subscribe to Eurogamer and like the video, as I will have plenty of content coming out about the Stardew Valley 1.7 update and Haunted Chocolatier when we finally get another glimpse of it, as well as Witchbrook, come to think of it, because that's kind of Stardew Valley adjacent, and I'm definitely excited for it. Anyway, now I'm gonna go and continue my massive Stardew Valley save and get ever closer to shipping every item, so I'll see you folks next time.